thing that hit me today is I thought this was something that was put to bed years ago. I mean, it was back in the 70s when all the legislation started to come out around fair pay and equal pay. I didn't think we'd still be having to have these conversations decades later. Ultimately,
these are issues and pay structures that have developed over time. It's a really complicated area and it's taking an awful lot of time. We're working really hard behind the scenes in order to try and get a resolution as quickly as possible. But obviously, we're also coming up against well-resourced defendants who are not wanting to address this issue as well, or trying to push it off because they don't want to address this issue as to whether or not people who work on the shop floors are going to be paid equal pay for equal work.
And what really hit me as a woman in business, it was very clear that jobs that might have the same value to the organisation, but whereas the back of house ones, the warehouse jobs, are all more male-dominated environments, and the front of house shop floor stuff are female-dominated environments, that's where you're finding the lack of transparency. And do you think it's because women just don't advocate for themselves the same way that men would in a male-dominated environment? Why is it that we're seeing these problems?
Yeah, I think that is certainly part of it. It's a confidence issue. It is a pushing for your value and pushing to be compensated in terms of your wage for the value that you are generating.
It's that whole point of looking at the value of the job to the organisation.
Yeah.
You know, it's just changing what has become a societal norm over generations and having people really think about that.
It's not only pushing for change in these employers and in the supermarkets, but actually just pushing for change generally across society and valuing the work that women are doing in the workplace as well is vitally important.
Yeah. 1 in 5 have worked in a supermarket at some point in their career. So we're talking about, 250,000 people are being affected by this exact claim. If someone's watching this and they think that might be them or someone they know, what do they do to find out more, or if they could be eligible to get some of this money back?
We've got a really straightforward way to check if you're eligible at our website, which is fairpayuk.co.uk. And you can just go on there. It's really quick. It's about 60 seconds. You can check if you're eligible. And if you are eligible, then you can also sign up to join the claim. But what's really important as well is to be talking to your friends, your family, your colleagues, or your former colleagues, because there's strength in numbers. Ultimately, the more people that we represent, the louder our voice and the more likelihood that we will be heard.
Less than 60 seconds. It's worth that little bit of time, isn't it, just to find out?
Absolutely, yeah.